Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm Tony Chris, and I'd like to welcome you to The Masterpiece. This is my little presentation of magic that incorporates magic and art together. I hope you enjoy this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to finish this next masterpiece. Have you ever wondered what makes a painting a masterpiece? Some might think it's the use of colors, textures, subject matter, or brushstroke technique. It isn't any one of these alone, but all of them combined. But more importantly, what makes a masterpiece is how it affects the viewer. In the end, of course, it is the painting itself that makes a master out of the artist. Now, over the years, I have developed an appreciation for art, both from the Renaissance era and from modern contemporary art. And this evening, I'd like to present to you something that takes my passion for magic and my passion for art, combining them together in what I call the masterpiece. Now, in my home, I have many different works of art from such great painters as Michelangelo, Pablo Picasso, M.C. Escher, Claude Monet, Salvador Dali, and the list goes on and on. Now, in order to present this masterpiece to you, I brought a friend, and I'd like to introduce you to him right now. Mr. Matthew Johnson. He's a good friend of mine, fellow magician, and creator of many, many wonderful magic products, such as Colorblind and the Secret Art of Monkey Business. Matthew, welcome.
Thank you, Tony.
Cool.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Matthew. All right, I have a very simple question for you. Do you have an appreciation for art?
I do, actually, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, a little bit of an appreciation.
Excellent. All right, that's good. We're on the right roll. Matthew, in a moment, I'm going to show you some works of art, some true masterpieces.
Okay.
And then we're going to see if you and I maybe share the same taste in art. Are you game?
I'm game.
Cool.
I'm ready.
Before we begin, I must introduce the masterpiece. Now, this is a prophecy, if you will, a prediction of things to come, and we'll get to that in a moment. But now, it's time for art. Now, Matthew, I'm going to show you these. I'm sure I have no doubt that you'll have been familiar with them, at least most of them anyway. We're going to start off with Leonardo da Vinci's The Mona Lisa. Now, the Mona Lisa is probably the most famous painting of all history. At least I think so. Interesting story here. She's been, of course, the topic of many debates, such as who her true identity is, to her famous Mona Lisa smile. But my favorite is, why doesn't she have any eyebrows? Check it out. Girl's got no eyebrows.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, cool. No eyebrows for Mona. All right. Next we have Thomas Gainsborough's The Blue Boy. Now, he actually painted this in response to his main rivals at the time, who said you couldn't use the color blue as a main focal point of a portrait. So he did this to get back to them, and as you can see, blue works just fine, thank you very much. This is probably his most famous portrait. Personally, he doesn't look blue. He looks kind of happy. What do you think? See, I made a funny... never mind. Okay, next we have another favorite of mine. This is James McNeill Whistler's Whistler's Mother. And an interesting story here, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but he never actually intended to paint his mother. He actually hired a model for the day. She didn't show up. She was a no-show. So he simply asked his mother to sit in. Well, she took that quite literally, and now you know why it's called Whistler's Mother. All right. One more here. Oh, Vincent van Gogh. This is one of my favorites. Self-portrait. He has many different self-portraits, and of course Van Gogh was an artistic genius. Unfortunately, he is regarded as the madman who cut off his ear, and that's how a lot of people know him. I have many different self-portraits of Van Gogh, but I didn't bring them here.
Hey.
Yeah, get here.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'll stick with magic.
Right, he's down, folks.
Okay, all right, I'll cut that one out. Yeah. Get it? I'm so spontaneous. Never mind. And of course, there's my contribution to the evening. This is Tony Chris's very famous Happy Stick Man in Garden with hat. Now, Matthew, you've probably seen my works around town. I'm sure at the local art galleries, right?
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Matthew, you take a good look. Now, you look at that one. You've seen that around, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right. All right, who am I trying to kid? It's a work in progress, but someday it'll join the rest of the pack, just not today. We'll put that one away. All right, so here we have 4 genuine works of art. These ones are real. Now, Matthew, in a moment, I'm going to have you choose one, but we're going to do that in a very special kind of a way. I'm going to put each one into these empty envelopes. At least I hope they're empty. Nothing there? Good. Excellent. All right, and I didn't have to pay him any extra for saying that.
Absolutely empty, folks.
Thank you. And we're going to start with the Mona Lisa. Done. Brings us to the Blue Boy. Now, in a moment, Matthew, you're going to choose one of these envelopes, thus choosing one of the paintings.
I get a free choice.
Free choice.
Okay.
Everything's free in life, Matt. Everything's free. Everybody happy. All right. We have Whistler's Mother. And finally, we have, we have Van Gogh. Empty envelope, of course.
Empty envelope.
Thank you, Matt.
Absolutely.
All right. The empty envelope. Now, Matt, it's going to be a little more complicated, though. I don't want you to know which painting you're going to choose, so I'm just going to give them a bit of a mix here, if that's all right with you.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Now, Matt, I've always wanted to say this. Pick a painting, any painting.
Pick a painting. So I get to pick any painting.
Any painting you want.
Yeah, any painting, folks. This one right here.
Oh, perfect. Wow, excellent. That's a good choice. All right, now, Matt, you didn't choose these ones, so that brings us to that one. Now, it is the time in the evening where I have to reveal something. This is the masterpiece, after all. But before I do that, Matthew, would you be so kind as to remove the portrait you've chosen from the envelope?
Take it out.
Take it right out.
Okay.
Indeed. And we'll show all the kind people at home.
Okay. It's Vincent Van Gogh.
Oh.
Van Gogh, do you say Van Gogh?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Good choice.
Vincent Van Gogh.
Matthew, it seems that you and I do indeed share the same taste.
Wow.
Let's have a look, man. Hey, that's pretty
folks,
good.
That, folks, was an absolutely free choice. That's incredible. Wow.
Cool. Matt, you have great taste in art.
Thank you very much, Tony.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching The Masterpiece. Oh, hi again. Listen, I want to thank you guys for joining me with the presentation of The Masterpiece. I hope you find a good place for it in your magic act. I'm sure you will. Speaking of masterpieces, would you like to see mine? It's finally done. And I can't think of a better ending.